Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial from Timmy the Creator, and this tutorial I'm going to be designing a t-shirt. This tutorial is going to be beginner friendly, so if this is your first time learning CLO3D, at least I'm going to teach you the best way to draw a pattern on CLO3D as a beginner. So let's begin, but don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get more tutorial from Timmy the Creator. So what I'm going to do first is to bring my avatar inside. So for 2025 the avatar is always here, this icon here, while for other version 2024 and lower you can get your avatar by the edge side here, but let me just click on this and this is my avatar. So when I click on avatar, you see male and you scroll down and get your manicure here. You don't necessarily need to use this one, you can use other options that are available on your system. So I'm going to exit this. So the next thing for you to do to draw a pattern on CLO3D as a beginner is always to look for a reference pattern of that particular design you want to do. So what you need to do now is to go to your Pinterest account, open a Pinterest account, just make sure you search for pattern of any design. You might not find all of them here, but for basic streetwear design you should find them here. So this is for a t-shirt, this is for a this is for hoodie here, this is a men's hoodies, yeah, men's hoodie. Some are for jersey here. So just come here and download them. Then when you download them, you need to bring them into CLO3D. You can see something like this. I don't know, I think it's just t-shirt. So just come here, make your research and bring them into CLO3D. So this is my manicure here. So what I'm going to do is to right click and I'm going to select add background image. So I'm going to click on this folder and this is what I'm going to be using, this icon or this pattern, and I'm going to select open. So you can have this here, this is a year, so I'm going to select 800. 800 seems to be too much, so let's set it as 500. I want to make it look balanced. It's 500. 500 seems too much, so let's select 300. So it depends on the value of the percentage, so you just need to play around with the figure to get what you want. I think 300 will go well. Let me select OK. So I'm going to do this. I'm supposed to drag this thing up, but okay. So if you want to adjust the background image, so what you just need to do is to select the background. Just make sure your mouse is on it. So I'm going to right click and you select format to the background. Then you can now drag this thing up, probably close to the position of your manicure. You get, so this is it. You can see and select OK. And if you want to make any value, you can also reduce the opacity maybe to like 30%. Did I say 30? Sorry, 20 is fine, or 20. I think that's not clear enough. 25 is okay, and select OK. So the next thing we're going to do is to draw a pattern. So we have the polygon tool here. So this is the polygon tool. We're going to be using the polygon tool to draw a pattern. So I'm going to select from the center point, from this center point, and drag it to the top here. I'm going to bring it down, come in here, and we're going to take it to this level here, and I'm going to drag it straight down to here and bring it here and take it back up here, like double click. So it's still loading. So now we have our pattern here. So the next thing we are going to do is to use this edit pattern tool. I think when you select here, you select the edit curvature. The shortcut is C because I might be using shortcut. Shortcut is C. So click on it and just drag this and make sure it follows the curve. I don't know. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah. So we are close to this, and you can do the same thing here. So just drag it from this side and let's see if we are close to the curve. Okay. So you can see it's okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. This is okay. Let me see. Okay. So I'm going to select Z on my keyboard. Select Z. So when you've created a curvature, when you select Z and you select the particular pattern line you've created a curve on, you will see all this on it. So you can now decide to click on this dot and adjust them manually on your own to follow the curve of the image pattern coming. So let's see this. Okay, let me just adjust this to the front a bit. Yes, good. And if you want to select this and want to bring this other part to the top a bit, you can see this. So that's it, and we have something like this. So you select A and select Ctrl D, A and select Ctrl D for symmetric and pattern to the other side. So any adjustment you make on this pattern will affect this other pattern, you get, which makes them equal. So any adjustment you make here, it affects the other side. So next thing I'm going to do is to select Ctrl C and Ctrl V Though I'm supposed to place this behind, but I want to place it on this pattern here to see something. So I'm going to select this and flip. Okay, wait, before I'll explain why I'm going to flip first. But first I need to make sure that it is looking exactly like the reference image we are following through. This is the back pattern, so we need to make some adjustment. You get, so just leave the arm side, so we are going to focus on the neck side. So I'm going to select Z on my keyboard. I'm going to click on this line and I'm going to bring it up here to this point. You can see this. So we're going to just use more of these two to adjust it properly. So you can see we have this, and I'm going to take it to this level. You can see. So and we are good to go. Okay, yeah, we are good to go. So don't touch anything, just leave it here like this. So next thing I'm going to do is to take this to the back. So now I'm going to take this to the back and bring it here. Use the gizmo tool to bring it to this side. You can see. So now let me explain something to you. So there's what they call the inside and the outer part of a pattern. So when you see this kind of dark stuff, it means that this part is supposed to be inside, not outside. You can see this front pattern. This is the actual color of the fabric, which is white, and this is just the inside of the fabric. Most time this dark color shows that this is the inside part of the fabric. So we need to take this one that is outer inside, sorry, yeah, if I'm using the right word. So I'm going to right click, and there's what they call flip normal, and automatically you can see we have something like this. Good to go. So I will just bring this to this side. I'm comfortable with it here because that's the way I design my pattern. And I will select Ctrl D to make it symmetric. You can see we have something at the other side. Then you can just select this and just drag it or pull it out, and select this, sorry, and pull it out. You get, so we have something like this. And the next thing for us to do is to sew this. So we have the sewing tool here. I think if I'm right, this is it. This is the segment sewing, and this is the free sewing. So for the segment sewing is a pattern line to a pattern line. I don't know how to explain, like equal line to equal line, depending. So but free sewing, you can use it to sew multiple patterns together, like multiple patterns or points or in your patterns together. I don't know the best word to use for that, but you will see what I'm trying to do. So this is segment sewing. So when I click on N is shortcut for segment, so I'm going to click on I'm going to click on this. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. And segment sewing, and yeah, so this is pattern to pattern. I'll be equal pattern to pattern. I don't know how to call it or the best word to use for it. So I'm going to select this to this. You can see. Then this to this, and the front side, I can't see this here, but I'll just probably command it in the 2D viewport. So you can show your pattern in the 2D or 3D viewport, but sometimes I show in the 2D in the 3D viewport because I might not be able to identify the right positioning of this pattern. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is to simulate. Then you have something like this. You can see you have something like this. So this is good. And the next thing we are going to do is to add our t-shirts. I don't know, I think I should make this, I feel like this part of our pattern is, the neck is quite wide. Neck is quite wide. Let me see. Let me pull this through. I just want to make some adjustments. So I'm going to select this point, hold on shift. After selecting this point, hold on shift and just drag it through to the front. So I'm coming. I just want it to be closer to the neck a bit. Yes. So I think this is better. Yeah, let's go with this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to create a line around the neck. So, but most of the time I prefer like counting the adding the pattern, the measurement of the neck pattern. So let me show what I'm trying to say now. So I'm going to select Z on my keyboard. So anytime you click on a line on a pattern, it shows you the measurement. So the measurement of this is 137.9. And the thing is that you cannot add two symmetric pattern measurements, if I'm right, except I don't know how to do that. So the measurement of this line, I have to add measurement of this line and this particular line and this line. That will give me the width of the neck pattern. You get what I'm trying to say? So This is it here. I'm going to click on this one, hold on shift and click on this line here. Then I'm going to multiply it by 2. So this is one is saying 221.7. that will be 243.4. if I'm right, 243.4. that should be the measurement. 243.4. I'm going to select S. 243.4, and I'm going to select the width, the height to probably like 30 or 20, depending on what you suggest. Oh, sorry, what did I say? 200 and not 200, 400. If I'm right, 400. Sorry, 440, because I was like, this thing is too small for it to circulate around the neck. So I'm going to select OK. And also make sure that you are drawing your pattern on the 2D drawing of your manicure. You get, so that you can easily adjust it, because if you draw something outside your manicure position in your 2D window, you have to like pull it outside your screen. So that's just by the way. So I'm going to set, let's go to Shift F. We need to use the arrangement point. So I'm going to go to this part. Where is this part here? I'm coming, sorry. So I'm going to select this avatar display. I'm going to go to show arrangement point. So this arrangement point creates curve depending on the point you select. So you're going to create curve around the manicure depending on the point you select. So if I select this point, curve, 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 curve. So we are going to use it around the neck. So this is it here. So I'm going to select this like this. You can see this. So this is where free sewing comes in. Though free sewing is one of the sewing tool that might be complicated for you to understand. But with time you get to know how to use it. But I'll try to explain properly on how to use free sewing. So I'm going to select sorry, not this. I'm going to select Shift F is actually the arrangement point. So but that's shortcut. I don't want to use shortcut since this is beginner friendly. I want to make sure that I'm trying to select what I am using. So I'm going to remove the arrangement point. So we already have this now. So now we need to use this pattern and sew it around the front, back, and side pattern. You can see this. So this is what I'm going to do. We are going to be using free sewing, and I think free sewing is this free sewing. This is this one, sorry. So this is free sewing. Yeah, let me just hold on it and select free sewing directly. So now you see that when I draw this around here, you can see the line. You can see this line here. You can see this line here. You can see when I draw something like this around here, you will see it on your 3D viewport. And when I do the same thing here, so what we need to do is that we need to follow our pattern. If I'm starting from here and going around, we need to follow this T-shirt pattern the same way and follow it around. So we need to be sure that we are selecting the right pattern. Sure you get. So that's the way it works. So since I'm starting from here, which is this point, so this point is this point, so I'm going to click on this, drag it to the end, then hold on shift, then click and click. After I finish a point, make sure you are still holding on shift, don't release on shift, then click and click on this point, then click and click on this point, then click and click on this point. You get. So let it load. Then to show our sewing line, then you can also select N on your keyboard for segment sewing. Since it's from just this line to this line, single line, like two single line, or should I single line to another single line, not one single line to multiple line. Let me just be like that. So, or you could just come here to select, yeah, this is shortcut M, and we are going to sew from this point here to this point here, which is this front, and then click on spacebar to simulate. You can see. So we have something like this. I think I should have not even pulled that forward. Maybe it will probably like relax the yet. So let me try to adjust this thing backward. I should have just left it like that at the beginning of that. I should have not adjusted this. So let me just select this. I'm going to select that line, hold on shift and click and drag immediately. Just click and drag it backward, because I should have left it like that. So and click on spacebar and I don't know, and select Z, and let's bring it down a bit and click on spacebar. Sometimes this thing might look like this because of the fabric. If I use a better fabric, it might look neater, because fabric are also one of the problems in CLO3D. And I might need to reduce the length a bit. Double click and just let me see, and just adjust this. I don't know, I want it to relax on the body of the character. Okay, we have something like this. So Yeah, so but anyway, this will just help with your pattern drawing, and the rest is for you to adjust the pattern little by little to get your desired result. So the next thing or the last thing we're going to be doing is your sleeve pattern. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select S, or we're going to come to these two here. This is the S2, this is S here. Click on S. I will click on the rectangle tool, and you just draw a box like this. Okay, or should I draw, let me see, should I draw it like this? Let me see, something like this. Yes, so I have something like that. Or should I let me do something like that. So I'm going to select this point. Actually, I'm supposed to bring it like this. So coming, so this point here, yeah, these are it's supposed to be, yes. Yeah, so yeah, so this is it. So it's supposed to be from here, and I'm going to bring this to be close to the, I don't know if I'm at the center, but this should be the center if I'm right. So let me bring it to this grid line here. I'm going to select this line. I'm going to select uniform, I think unfold symmetric with edit. Let me see if that's right. Yes, so I'm going to select that. So this is going to help us. I'm going to select Z. I'm going to take this to D. Not that, I want to drag the point, just the point alone. So we're going to take it to this point here. I'm going to select C, or our edit curvature tool, so which is here. Select this and edit curvature tool, and select something like this. It doesn't matter, just watch. So select something like this. Then since we've created this, we're going to select Z on our keyboard, or come back here to click on the edit pattern line, then click on this line, and then we start the curvature here. So we can always adjust it to fit our reference. You can see this. So I think there is one here that I saw just now. Yeah, so we have something like this, and this place is looking to, it's not supposed to be, should I bring this, I don't know. Yeah, let me leave this like this. But then again, yeah, this is better. But since we also have something like this, I don't know why it is. If I had said you should use this like this, that means I'll probably have to like increase this one up a bit. Yeah, let me just, yeah, this is better. This is better. Just leave this like this. So so next I'm going to do is to bring it to the arm side. So I'm going to take this like this and rotate this, and do like this, bring it, and rotate it, and take this like this and bring it to this point. Yes, so after doing this, I'm going to select A and select Ctrl D. Let me see, select this and Ctrl D. If it does not work, okay, I think the only reason why it's not working is because we have this. Let me see, it's not working. So okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to select this and remove link editing. So now I can press Ctrl D and it should work. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that these two sides, this side and this side, are equal. So I think we are good to go. So next thing left for us is to sew this around the sleeve pattern. So I need to know where this is. So this is this one here, and the other one behind, let me see, the one behind is this one here. So I'm going to sew this one to this side and this side. I'm going to sew this other one to this side, because one thing is that when you touch anything here, it shows the point you've touched on your 2D pattern. So I'll use that to follow. So I'm going to see, like, which side is this? Okay, yeah, that's the side. So I'm going to select free zone, which is M, or you can come here, sorry, come to this point and select free sewing, and then we're going to move from here to here. Hold on shift, select this and click, and select this and click. Okay, then you can click on your space bar to simulate. So you have some, you can see this, and then we need to sew this side to this side. So I'm going to select N, which is from here to here, then that's it below. You can see this below, and select simulate. So you have something like this. So you can make your t-shirt longer, but first let's select B on our keyboard. Select B, right click and merge. You don't want line. Select B, right click and merge. Do you get? Then you can select Z to make it longer a bit. Just click on those line and pull it down. Hold on shift, like click on this and hold on shift and click on the other line and just pull it down a bit. Yes. Also, you can do more by going to the property editor. If you want to make it a bit baggy, you can select this. Let's say we are selecting this let me and select this and this. So I will leave the neck pattern. I'm going to go scroll down to the property editor actually, and change the shrinkage width to let's say 110. Sorry, 110 should be fine. You can see this. You can also make it longer if you don't want to drag your pattern here. As long as you just want a little adjustment in height, you can increase also this into 110 or 110. You can see the way, and it looks good. You can see, then you have your t-shirt. So that's just it. And the next thing is fabric. So depending on the fabric you want to use, click on this, click on your fabric. So any fabric you want to use, just come here and search for it. If it's the knit fabric, search for knit, select enter, and then you get options of the knit. So let's say I want to use the knit theory. I can just drag this directly on this fabric and to automatically replace this. You can see the simulation features bouncy. And if you want to change the neck fabric to a rib fabric, this is what you do. So you can search for rib, select enter, and let's say I want to use this rib for the neck fabric. I've dragged it to this point. It's still blinking. I don't know why. So I'm going to click out or exit that. I'm going to click on this pattern and I'm going to select this assign. So this icon means assign. So I'm assigning this pattern to this icon. You can see this. And this is the rib fabric. So for the color change, on older version like 2024, normally you would have clicked on this saturate. So the thing is that the property editor for fabric is different from the property editor of pattern. You should know that. So when you click on fabric, you see something else than for pattern. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go scroll down and I'm going to sorry, I click on that, right? So I'm going to click on switch color. It's going to be white, because this is white here. So you have something like, you can see it's white. Then I can click on this knit theory and I will click on switch color for it to change to white. So then you can now select this color to pick a specific color that you want coming. And green, I don't know, blue, yellow, anything, orange, sorry. And then you can select this, come to this point and select this and select apply and close, coming, still switching color. So apply and close. Then you can see that we have something like this. But another thing again you notice is that your fabric is thin. But your fabric is thin not because of something. So let me explain. So this feature here will show the actual thickness of your fabric. You can see the thickness of your fabric. So the reason why we use the thin textured surface is for us to know the inner and the outer part of a pattern, like what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like the gray part. When let me stop my simulation and drag this outside now. So this is this is what the thin texture allow us to see. Okay, this is inside, this is outside. If I use the thick texture surface, everything looks the same. You can see they look the same, so you won't know. So that's just by the way. So if you are designing a pattern, you can use the texture surface, and when you are done with your design, switch back to thick texture surface so that you can render it with the fabric thickness. Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. So I'm just going to change this to thick texture surface. Also, if you want to increase your fabric thickness, you can select the fabric you want to increase your thickness, scroll down and you see 1.75. You can increase it to any amount of your choice. You see the thickness by the edge. So this is this thickness here. So if I increase it to 5, you can see how thick it is. So, and the last part is going to be rendering. So I'm going to click on 2. I'm going to select render render, you can see, and I'm going to go to render setting. So that's not, so this is the render setting. So depending on the dimension you want to use, so make sure you're on image current view. So for social media is 1080 by 1080. If you want to render in 4K, look for the pixel for 4K. And also if you're having any issue with like unit, if I'm right, you have to change it somewhere. So but make sure you're on pixel matters. So let me see this. So this is, make sure you're on custom. If you're having any issue pressing a figure and CLO is automatically giving you another height different from what you want, just select custom and change it to the value you want to change. Portrait, yes, and this is it. You are good to go. And we can go to the lightning too. This is the lightning here. This is the light section. I'm going to click on the drop down. So we have different lights. You might not see it here. So let me click on render. So on render, we will see the lightning, different lightning. So you can pick the one that portray that makes your cloth look nice in render. So this is my render view, and this is it. So you can zoom closer, zoom. Also, oh, I forgot to mention how to rotate. So if you want to rotate on CLO, you have to pin down on your right click, pin your right click down and rotate. Pin your right click down and rotate. I didn't even mention that at the beginning of this video. So pin your right click down and rotate, and you use your mouse to scroll. I don't know why I'm saying this, but anyways, that's just it. So and just take it up. Okay, yeah, so you can zoom closer, and you can have this depending on how you want to take your visuals. Then let's go to the lightning. This is the light aspect. So oh, I'm supposed to click once then to show. So I can click on light 7. Just keep checking out the light to see which one you like the most, and I'm coming. So anyone, just play around with all the lightning, and apart from that, you can also drag the light from here. The light angle, you can drag it forward, and you can drag this one backward. Light intensity, if it's too bright, you can play around with it. So you can play around with all these features. You can see it looks dark, so I've reduced the intensity of the light. So just play around with all these features. And one more last thing is this: if you want to your design to be on a transparent background, you just click on transparency. So you render this on a transparent background. So to render now, you just have to wait for it to notice that the noise, like your outfit clear. It just takes some time, but with your eyes you will be able to identify that your outfit is clear. Though there's another way you can render, but it can take hours for you to render, so I don't want to follow that process. So if you want to render proper rendering, so after getting the after using the interactive render to get the kind of look and visual you want to do, the next thing you are supposed to do actually is to pause this and click on final render. So it will render this, as long as you set this as image, it will render this as an image, but it will take time. It can take time, even though when your even though your design looks clean in your eyes, it will still keep rendering depending on the time frame it will take. I don't know. So this is what you can use to click on your final render, and when you click on this, even though you adjust anything on your 3D viewport, it's not going to affect what you are seeing in your render. You can see it's counting. So if I turn this thing like this, you can see it is not showing the stuff. You can see if I rotate it, it's not affecting what is here. So that's the thing. But it looks, this one seems to be fast anyway, but this is how to render. Then it automatically saves where you save put your file path to, or the folder you saved your file path. So this is the file path. Yeah, so my file path is render this folder here. So it automatically saved by itself. You can see it has automatically saved. So you also need to set your this thing. So set your file path, sorry, and open the folder. So when I open the folder, I'm going to see this rendering result there. So let's see. So this is it here. You can see the default model. So this is the rendering result. So sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it will not take time here because this is just a basic design. But if you are doing something complex and something unique, it might take a longer time. And also depending on the kind of fabric you are using, maybe like 4 or something like that. Sure. So what else again? PNG. So also if you are using interactive render to render, like if you don't want to use this final render, I'm using interactive render to render. Yes, I forgot to mention that. So if you're using interactive render to render, yes, I wanted to wait for it to show display. This is what you can use to save. So this icon is to save. save current image. So it's going to save it with this denoise on it. So it's better for you to just calm down and wait for all these things to clear. Like use your eyes to figure out that, oh, this thing looks sharp, there's no noise on it, because it's trying to clean up the noise. Then you can now click on this. So when you click current image, you can now select the folder and give it a name of where you want to save it to, and that is all. So that's all about that.